Hello and welcome again to Fox Comics and Games in beautiful downtown Marion, Illinois. And we are unpacking this week's comic book order, the week of Thanksgiving. And we are quite thankful for the wonderful customers that we have, so thank all of you out there. We're going to start off with some of the statues and action figures and such that we have, show some of the sundries, not just the comics. First up, we have from DC Collectibles, the Raven statue out of the new Teen Titans cover one set. So that, I believe, completes the set. So all of the statues that make up that front, the first cover of number one, New Teen Titans, they are all in. So you should be able to get them all here at Fox's. So Raven is in today, and those are numbered, I believe, out of 5,000, if I'm not mistaken. Next up, we have also from DC Collectibles, the Harley Quinn statue done by artist Sho Maras. They're gorgeous. They're beautiful. We have several of those. Then from the Marvel people, we have the Deadpool Egg Attack action action figure, which is fantastic. We have a couple of those. Next up from Funko, we have the pop figurine of Bedtime Deadpool. So we do have some of those as well. Also, and quite excitedly for Mr. Fox, is the Harry Potter refrigerator magnets. And there is one magnet for each cover. So the Chamber of Secrets and Sorcerer's Stone, each one of the books has its own magnet. And those are fantastic. Really, really well done. Nicely executed. Good job. Then some of the manga and graphic novels we have in. We have Ruby, Red Like Roses, number one came in. Then we also have Ruby number two, Mirror Mirror, also arrived this week. Some of the others that have come in, DC's Justice League number one, The Totality by Scott Snyder, which is as wonderful as you can imagine it should be. We also brought in extra copies of Justice League Mighty Morphin Power Rangers mashup because so many people have been enjoying that and recommending it. We brought in Dungeons & Dragons Evil at Baldur's Gate from IDW. A lot of people enjoyed that and have been looking for it in graphic novels. They are here. We reordered and got in several more of Deadpool versus Old Man Logan trade paperback. As we did the Harley Quinn Little Black Book, Harley's Little Black Book, graphic novel and trade paperback. And then from Image Publishing, we got in some trade paperbacks of the very popular in our store, Ice Cream Man. One of the reasons we brought in and reordered as many graphic novels this week as we did is part of our Black Friday special on Friday, the November 23rd, is we will be offering 20% off graphic novels, trade paperbacks, new and used. And so it's a great time for you to stock up for Christmas or to send loved ones in to get you Christmas gifts. If you're looking for a particular trade paperback or graphic novel, save an extra 20% this Friday all day from 10 a.m. till 6. We will be here. Obviously, we won't be here on Thursday. We'll be giving thanks. All right, now on to the comic books for this week, and it's a great week for comic books. We're going to start with Vertigo's American Carnage, number one. Looks very Ed Brubakerish. DC brings us issue 42 of Aquaman, and it's got the Drowned Earth tie-in. And then we have also the variant cover for Aquaman 42, which you can see has the movie tie-in theme on that. That looks like Jason Momoa, and I believe that's Amber Heard that's playing Mira in the movie. Next up from Archie Comics, we have issue 700 of Archie, and that is titled Archie Forever, which with 700 issues, it feels like forever. Then from Marvel, we have issue 17 of Astonishing X-Men. And speaking of X-Men, we also brought in the Uncanny X-Men variant cover of Astonishing X-Men number 17. DC brings us issue 59 of Batman. And our cover of the week, coincidentally, happens to be issue 59 Batman variant cover. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous, lots of the villains there shown. Then from Boundless Publishing, we have Belladonna, Fire and Fury, issue 10. And then from Dynamite Publishing, we have Betty Page, issue 1. I think that's the second go around for the Betty Page comics. Then for Boom Studios, we have issue 4 of Black Badge, kind of a dark look at scouting. Dark Horse Comics brings us issue 7 of Jeff Lemire's Black Hammer, Age of Doom, which Lemire has done a great job with that entire Black Hammer universe. If you haven't given that a read, that's something for you to try over the holidays. Titan Comics brings us Bloodborne, The Healing Thirst, issue 7, to those of you that enjoy the video game. And then Image Publishing brings us issue 3 of Burnouts. Kind of explores the concept of what if the only way you could see aliens on this planet was if you were high. So that's kind of what that explores. Image Publishing brings us issue 4 of Cullen Bunn's Cold Spots. Great title, selling well in store. Xenoscope brings us the Conspiracy, the Illuminati. That's out this week. Jinx World brings us issue 3. This is Brian Michael Bendis' arm of DC, but the title is Cover, and it is issue 3 of Cover, and then that'll give you an idea. That's the variant cover of Cover. Then Dark Horse Comics, we have issue 1 of the Crimson Lotus, and that's from the pages of Hellboy. So that looks pretty good. Next up from DC, we have issue 11 of Damage. And then from Marvel, we have issue 8 of Doctor Strange. And from Image Publishing, we have issue 40 of Jonathan Hickman's East of West, which if you're not reading this book, you need to. I'm just going to tell you right now, straight out. Image Publishing also brings us issue 2 of The Exorcisters. And that's been a pretty enjoyable book as well. Then from Dynamite, we have issue 14 of Clash of Kings, Songs of Fire and Ice, book 2, part of the Game of Thrones, issue 14 of that. DC brings us issue 54 of Harley Quinn. And as we always do, we'll show the beautiful variant cover for issue 54 of Harley Quinn, just gorgeous black and white. Really, really nice. Marvel brings us issue 9 of The Immortal Hulk. Marvel also brings us issue 3 of the Infinity Wars Sleepwalker. And then DC is up next with issue 2 of Injustice 2 Annual. Next up from DC, we have issue 12 of Justice League, and that's part of the Drowned Earth. And then, as they always do, and we always do, we have the variant cover for Justice League 12, which actually was our runner-up to cover of the week, a beautiful Jason Momoa shot as Aquaman. That movie comes out, I believe, December 21st. Should be fantastic. Next up from DC, we have issue 5 of Justice League Dark. And again, one of the top 5 variant covers for the week was the Justice League Dark variant. Just absolutely gorgeous. Aftershock Comics is up next, and a very popular title in our store is The Last Space Race, and that is issue 2 of that. Boom Studios, issue 3, and I believe 5 total, out of Low Road West. That's out this week. And then we have from Dynamite Publishing, we have issue 2 of Mars Attacks. And to show you what a great job they do with the variants, it was actually one of our top 5 covers of the week, Mars Attacks variant. Up next, also one of our top 5 covers of the week, Marvel Knights, issue 2. Great cover there. Another one of our top 5 covers of the week is up next from Image Publishing and Scotty Young. And that is a highly anticipated Middle West, number 1, by Scotty Young. And it is in our top 5 covers, mainly because of the fox. And I don't think Do you need anything more than that to be a successful cover in our mind? And then there's the beautiful variant cover, and again in the top 5 covers, because again, the fox. Everything's better with a fox in it, so we'll just say that. Next up from Marvel is issue 5 of Mr. and Mrs. X. And then from Dark Horse Comics, we have issue number 1, I believe a reorder of the Mystery Science Theater 3000. And then from Image Publishing, we have issue number 5 of The New World. Very stylistic book. Sells pretty well here in the store. Next up from DC, we have issue 53 of Nightwing, part of the We Are Nightwing. And then again, part of the top 5 best covers of the week was Nightwing 53 variant cover. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Next up from Burger Books, which is a Dark Horse imprint, we have issue 3 out of 4 total of Olivia Twist, a new take on the Oliver Twist story. And then part of the Jinx World, Brian Michael Bendis goodness, again, we have issue 4 of Pearl. Just a fantastic book, good read, great writer. Get yourself some of that. Okay, next up we have from Marvel, issue 4 of The Punisher. And then from Valiant, which if you're not reading Valiant, there's something wrong with you, issue 12 of Quantum and Woody. Also from Valiant, issue 9 of Shadow Man. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Shadow Man. Then from Marvel, really we're excited to get this title this week. Issue 2 of Shuri. Looks very, very good. So we're very hopeful for that title. DC Comics brings us issue 10 of Sideways. Marvel brings us issue 2 of Spider-Force, number 2, part of the Spider-Geddon. And speaking of Spider-Geddon, we have issue 4 from Marvel, also out this week, of Spider-Geddon. And again, one of the top 5 covers of the week is the Spider-Geddon variant cover. Just absolutely gorgeous. Then up next, we have Spider-Man, Enter the Spider-Verse, issue 1. And we will also have issue 1 Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse variants available as well tomorrow. Then from Marvel, issue 57, and a great take on American Gothic, we have Star Wars 57. Fantastic cover there, also in our top 5 covers of the week. Next up, also from Marvel, is Star Wars Solo, kind of exploring that story. And then we have up next issue 3 of Stargate Atlantis. And I believe we also got some more number 2s because they had shorted us on some 2s. Also from Image Publishing, issue 6 of Joseph Keating's Stellar. That's a book that sells pretty well here at the shop. Then for younger readers, we have Disney Tangled, the series, issue 3. Youngsters seem to really be enjoying that. DC brings us issue 24 of the Teen Titans. And one of the beautiful variant covers they've done this week, and also in our top 5 covers of the week, was Teen Titans 24 variant cover. Next up, also from DC, we have issue 31 of Teen Titans Go. IDW brings us Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Urban Legends, number 7. Marvel brings us issue 6 of Tony Stark, Iron Man. And then Marvel also brings us issue 2 of Uncanny X-Men. Marvel then brings us issue 10 of Weapon H. Marvel also brings us issue 26 of Weapon X. Highly anticipated series is out this week from Marvel. Issue 1 of Web of Venom, Carnage Born. I believe that's being done by Donny Cates. And then you can see the beautiful variant cover for Web of Venom, Carnage Born. Marvel also brings us issue 4 of West Coast Avengers. Not sure why, but they do. Then next up from Ahoy Comics, we have issue 3 of The Wrong Earth. Great series and a great little company that's been putting out some really good books here recently. Next up from Dynamite, or finally from Dynamite, we have Xena Warrior Princess. And to be a completist, that's what the variants for the Xena Warrior Princess issue 10 look like. So we hope to see you down here at Fox's Comics and Games in beautiful downtown Marion, Illinois, and we hope you have a great and thankful Thanksgiving on Thursday. Thanks so much.